We are live. First things first, make sure to put your name down in the comment section so I know who you are. You can make a name up as long as it is easy for me to pronounce, obviously. Let me know the version of the Galaxy Watch you have, and also I'm assuming you have One UI 5 installed already, because I've seen tons of issues that have been come to surface by now. And also, please like the video. So let me know where you are. I'm based in Munich. I am audible. Akash, nice to see you again. How's India these days? Oh, you can hear. Okay. I got myself a notification. That's the only way I can see myself. I don't have a big setup as all the others do. So let me know your name. Let me know the version of the Galaxy Watch you have. Have you got One UI 5 installed? I want to use this live stream to collect more issues. I have seen plenty of issues online, which we're going to talk about very briefly also, but I want to collect your issues. And I've seen Egbert, for example, he's saying Google Fit is not available anymore on my Watch 4. I am assuming, Egbert, that you have upgraded to One UI 5, right? Is that correct? Let me know. Please let me know in the comment section. I'm going to wait until we have a bit more people in. I can see we have more people coming in. It takes a while for the notification to be pushed out. So let me know. Rainy but awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, we had a nice summer over here. It's coming to an end, unfortunately, but fall is also nice. So who else we got? Vishal, yes, of course, battery drain too fast. We're going to speak about this in a second. Stephanie Hudebedach, if that is the correct pronunciation. Okay, Sandeep, hi, nice to see you. Mohammed, Galaxy Watch 4 battery drain. Yes, Samsung Pay is here, Akash. I know that's what we spoke about the other day, which is pretty cool. Is it working now? Can you confirm that Samsung Pay is working for you guys? Because it wasn't working at first, and then it was working, and then it wasn't. So there was a fix. I don't know if that is been done properly. It feels like people are saying it's asking for update after it being updated. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the rest of the text, Akash. I apologize. Yeah, but that has been fixed. Somebody said something as simple as restart your watch, and it had been fixed by then. Okay. LTech, should I update? Well, that's a difficult question, because I would say stick around and see what the other people say, and then you can make an informed decision about that, because I've seen plenty of people that have issues with the One UI 5 watch upgrade, especially when it comes to the older version like Galaxy Watch 4 or Galaxy Watch 5. And we're going to speak about this in a second. Okay, Goedemiddag is cool. So I'm fluent in Dutch. Niels, hey, good to see you again. Yes, Samsung Pay is working fine, perfectly for Galaxy Watch 4, which is great. Thank you for giving us that feedback. Okay, Rajesh, do I pronounce it properly? Yes, okay, cool. Make sure you like this video, please. If you're new, please subscribe. I hate to do all of that, but that's the only way I get you guys to do that and to like and subscribe. If I don't ask, then I don't get. Google services takes too much battery on Watch 5. Yes, okay, let's talk about that. Number one, and I cannot stress that enough. Number one complaint is the battery drain after the update. So if you could do me a favor and you could go into your battery section, whether that be on your wearable app or on your watch itself, you go into settings, the battery, and then go in and let me know in the comment section which application is the one, or the top three, or the number one application that is taking the most juice from your battery. Usually it is either Google Play services or it is the assistant itself. I had sometimes the always on display for some reason. So that is something I would really like to know for other people also, that they can see what the issue is. Okay, Sandeep, Niels, yes, we're going to talk about this in a second. The battery life on the Galaxy Watch 4 has gotten worse. You're not the only one. It's not just the 4, it's also the 5. Everybody, we're all in the same boat here. Samsung Pay has been an issue even on the Watch 6 Classic 2. I found out later that it needs to be try to set up from the phone and not the watch itself. It fails when we try to set it from the watch. Okay, so your solution is, what you're saying, Sandeep, is that if Samsung Pay, is not working, you have to set it up on your phone rather than your watch, right? That's what I'm getting at. Putra, Galaxy Watch 5 is buggy after update. Yes. Hey JP, is the unboxing for play button already done? I unboxed it already, so it's behind me actually. So yes, I did that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do live stream or not. I haven't decided yet, but I appreciate that, Akash. Google Play services consuming more battery. Okay, Google Play services. I turned off Google Assistant. David, which is David. Did it make a difference when you turned off Google Assistant? You probably turned off the command, "Hey Google," right? So did that make a difference for you? I would like to know that. So Google Play services takes up 13%, which is quite a lot. Derek, I'm in the UK and still don't have the update on my Watch 5 LTE. LTE is always the same. I actually thought about doing a dedicated video for LTE so that this issue is addressed once and for all, and people can go and see why it is the case that LTE always comes last. Okay, Niels says always on display. That's what I had. Google Play services number 2. Okay. Highest battery juicer is Assist, Google Assistant. Okay. Well, I don't know if I pronounce it well. Do you have Google Assistant enabled? Do you have Hey Google enabled, or is it just Google Assistant in general? If not, then I don't know. We need to. I'm just trying to figure this out. Job done. Hi from Australia, mate. Yes. Hi back. Sure. Down under. I hope you guys are okay over there. Emeka Galaxy Watch 4 Assistant is my highest drain, then always on display. Okay. Let me know if you have disabled Hey Google and if that makes a difference. Some people say it does, some people say it don't. So let me know. I'm kind of in between. I'm in the United States and haven't even got the option to upgrade to 5. Yeah, Galaxy Watch 4 LTE. The same issue all over the place, all over the world. LTE versions will come last. You will be, in your eyes, you feel like you're being punished for paying the most money for the LTE version, and it is what it is, unfortunately. Let me see. David, does turning off Google Assistant decrease battery consumption? I want to say no. And that isn't because I've done this and it didn't really make a difference. Just give me a second. I'm just going to have a sip of my sparkling water here. Let me know what else you got here. Okay. 13% with Hey Google off. Okay. Wow. LTech, you mean 13% is the Google Play services still taking up juice when you turned off Hey Google? Is that what you mean? What you tried? Sandeep, I tried uninstalling the assistant. However, it doesn't help much. Wow. Okay, so that's, you know what I like about this format? I know not everybody likes this live format, but we can actually talk about these things and we can share the real life experience rather than a 8K Hollywood movie flashy thingy that shows you something that you will never use. Okay, so Sandeep says that I tried uninstalling the assistant. It doesn't help much. Okay, thank you for confirming that. Please hit the like button. It's very, very important. Brandon, thanks for doing this, JP. It's always fascinating to see. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I enjoy this format, actually. I enjoy talking to you. I wish I could talk to you in a different format, but it's pretty one-sided this way, but it is what it is. At least I can read your comments, which is pretty cool. Mario, Google Play 5.6%. Okay, so what I'm thinking about the Google Play services, because some people only have like 0.3%, some people have something as ridiculous as 39 and 40%, and that is pretty, like, where is this coming from? So I think this fluctuates during the day, the whole Google Play services, and that's an issue in itself. So there are certain ways to fix that, or not to fix that, or people come up with solutions like reset your watch. Or then I've seen another solution that is like the wipe the cache partition, which is kind of, you go into your recovery mode and you have to, there are videos out that show you how to do it. However, that is my personal opinion. I think these are all short-term solutions. And the reason why I say it is because if you have to, like what I've shown you guys in the video, like clean up your memory so it closes the apps, it does it all in the background. If you have to continuously doing that, then something isn't right, something isn't working correctly. So it has to be fixed by Samsung and or Google, right? And I also don't agree with the, like, yeah, there are certain things we can do in debugging mode, and we can sideload, which is cool, but the more you go into the technical details, the more you go into a recovery mode and stuff. Why would you need to do that? You pay, I don't know, you pay like $300-400 for the watch. Why would you need to go into recovery mode, watch a YouTube video, and then 2 days later you have the same issue? So that's my personal opinion. So I think Samsung needs to step up their game and fix that sooner rather than later. Let me know how you feel about these things. Okay, what else we got? After recent update, I got better battery performance. Aaron, let me know which watch you have. Is it Galaxy Watch 4 or 5? Which one is it that you get a better performance? That's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Brendan, you're welcome. WhatsApp notification working after the update. The WhatsApp notification are working for me fine. That is good. Rajesh, weirdly enough, Spotify took up 15% of my battery juice. Google Play services took up only 1.3%. I want to say that when you do a spot check, I think that's what it's called, a spot check. Along the lines what I just said earlier, when you do a spot check on your drainage or your battery, I think it fluctuates, and there's something going on in the background with Wear OS 4 and One UI 5 that we are not aware of yet, and Samsung needs to fix that. One thing I will say, I have seen one person, so far I've seen only one person who has the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, and that person had the same issues as everybody else, like dismal battery performance after the update, like out of this world, like 6 hours. Seriously, he said like 6 hours, and then he had to recharge it. However, here's what he said. After 1 week of going through this painful experience, his battery life increased slightly and is slightly better than before. And that is similar to the theme, what I said, what we discussed the other day when we did the other live stream, is that Wear OS 4 and One UI 5 watch, they have this quote unquote improved algorithm in there, which is new, it's different, that learns your pattern, your behavior, your watch behavior. But what it does do, it starts from it literally starts from zero. So when it installs everything, when you install the software on your watch, it kind of goes back to square one. And before it comes to an improvement, it goes down. So that's the experience some people have. So the One UI 5 watch just came out a few days ago, which means if the whole battery issue, drain issue, is not getting better for your watch and for your circumstances, then it is time to make some noise. Okay, I would say just give it another few days. I would say a week max. After a week, you should see an improvement. And if there's still no improvement, let me know. Let me know somehow, DM me. We should do a Discord or we should do a Telegram. I know I'm still behind that. And then we have to make some noise in order to get it fixed, okay? But this is basically the first reports I have seen and I'm getting. Okay, let me see what else you guys have here. Richard says, One UI 5 issue with default assistant, even though Google is default, when you double tap the hint button. Okay, let me move on. Any updates? LTE. I'm sorry, guys, but the LTE is always the same. LTE will come last. Okay, I will explain this one more time very quickly. I'm going to do a video about this, so you can always go back. LTE version will always get the update last. Well, for Samsung, that is, okay? So there's no justification to do that because Apple can do that easily, one update for everybody in a day. Samsung works a bit differently. So all these telecom providers, AT&T, Verizon, whatever you have is basically a standalone company that has to deal with Samsung, and they all deal fragmented with Samsung in their own countries or however you want to call it, which means they have to test the new software extensively because they are responsible for the security of their, let's say, the cell phone towers, of everything else. So what it means is that they have to take their time in order to test the software. It's not a justification, but you know what is going on there, right? When they do that, it takes time because Samsung is not as coordinated as Apple, and which also means that you will have separate telecom providers that will be faster than others. So if you live in the US, for example, you have a few more than just 2 or 3 telecom providers. You have like T-Mobile, you have AT&T and Verizon, and all of them could have different release dates for One UI 5 Watch because they are testing it all autonomously, if you like. That's a good word, autonomously, by themselves without coordination. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Okay, Mr. Rainbow, thank you so much. How's Tel Aviv these days? Let me just have a sip of my sparkling water. Important, let me know the issues you have. Let me know your name, the Galaxy Watch you have, 4, 5, or 6. Let me know the issues you have in the comment section so other people can relate to it or not, and let me know how you fixed it, if you have fixed it. There's a few things I want to address in a second as well. Okay. Should I restart? But Derek, you can always restart your watch. I mean, restarting your watch, I'm assuming resetting. Restarting your watch is not a problem. I would try resetting. If you don't have, make sure it's all backed up. You have the automatic backup now. You cannot do this manually anymore. Make sure everything is backed up, and then you can reset your watch. Try this for sure, Derek. That's one way of getting around things, and sometimes it helps. Keston, what about ECG usage for US users? Was that enabled along with the update? You should have that anyway. Is it the irregular heart rhythm notification? You should have that also in the US. Isn't that out yet? Let me see. Is anybody here from the US? Keston, I think you're based in Trinidad, aren't you? I remember your name. I remember when you said Trinidad and Tobago has the update, right? I think so. But you have a US version. My memory is good. I remember that. Gmail, Akash. Gmail, no, I don't think it's available yet. Probably, I don't know, 2025. I don't know. The way Google is going, they don't have enough people probably to work on Gmail. Sorry to be sarcastic about that. Fun fact though, what is fun? Here's a fun fact. Somebody posted that on the Wear OS forum and Reddit, which was fun. A gentle reminder that the Pixel Watch still doesn't have Wear OS 4, but the 2-year-old Galaxy Watch has. So that I thought that was funny. I don't know what Google is doing these days. What else we got here? Akash, okay, 2 years we waited, okay, for Samsung Pay. Okay, I've seen people having issues with watch faces. So what you need to do is, they had Pixel watch faces, for example, installed on their Galaxy Watch, and after the update, the watch faces are not working anymore or disappeared or whatever the whole thing is. What you need to do is you need to just get rid of them and reinstall them, right? You have to reinstall them, and then that should work. What you have to also bear in mind when you reinstall the Pixel watch faces, I have a video out that is called Important Change in One UI 5. There's just one minor detail that you have to do differently when you do the debugging, ADB debugging over Wi-Fi, and it will show you in that video what you have to do, right? It is changed slightly in One UI 5, but you have to reinstall that. The next thing I wanted to address, because the Google Fit has disappeared after the upgrade, after the One UI 5 watch update. Google Fit, there's plenty of people I've seen online that suddenly Google Fit is no longer there anymore. There's one workaround which is a bit painful, but there's like, it's not really a workaround. I mean, that's ridiculous really, but what you could do is download the Google Fit watch face. I know it's not ideal, but you download the Google Fit watch face, and that could help you. You still have the complications and everything on there, and then you can still use Google Fit somehow. Okay. Let me see what else we got. Okay. Let me see. Stephanie, what are you saying? My thoughts on the delay with LTE update is that all you Bluetooth users can help debug the update, and my LTE update will go down as smooth as a martini on a Saturday night. You know what, Stephanie? You have a good point here, because we are seeing all these issues, and by the time we get the update for the LTE version, all of it is fixed. So it's not a bad take on that. Vishal, I am using tap and pay feature with my Xiaomi device. Cool, excellent. Samsung Pay. Hey, Mr. Rainbow, I think it's Jeffrey, right? Jeffrey, nice to see you again. Thank you so much for being here. No, you're never late. As long as you come to the live, you're never late. Let me see what else we got. Bixby improved at all with the new update? My answer is nope. Sorry, Brandon, I will say no to that one. Okay, you guys are nice and very active in the comment section, which is great, because that is the whole point of this video. Let me know your issues you have with the update. So, Jeffrey, you're doing well and good, excellent. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, Christoph, Galaxy Watch 4, no issues with battery or anything else. Only some tiles are missing. UK, what tiles are missing? So that's interesting. There's a whole bunch of people who have battery issues and posting online that, this is no longer acceptable, which I agree with, by the way. But what tiles are missing? That'd be interesting to know. Please. You have rain today in Tel Aviv. Well, it's no different here, Jeffrey. In Munich, we also have rain. Well, not yet, but it's coming. We had our last day of summer was yesterday. Now it's going down south. But fall has also some nice days. Kirsten, yes, Trinidad. Okay, cool. I stayed in Maraval when I was in Trinidad, and I've gone up Chancellor and the Savannah and all of that. I was very active when I was in Trinidad and did all of that. So nice to see you. Nice to know that you are here. Now next, we always read stories about Apple Watches saving lives. Why not Galaxy Watches? Well, you see, that's a good point. I've seen parts of the Apple event yesterday. Not all of it, because there was the carbon emission thingy and all the, whilst that is important, I thought it took too much space in that whole event. What's up to Samsung? I posted actually one video that how I think it was a Galaxy Watch 4. A Galaxy Watch 4 user has been saved by the ECG, not the ECG. I think, yeah, it was the ECG. And he went to the ER, and even the doctor didn't believe that the ECG is good and all of that. But it turned out to be very accurate. So that was the long answer. The short answer is up to Samsung and their PR team to make more noise towards the whole issue. I agree with that, because if it does save life, and it can be proven, and in many cases it can, it's a guidance to do something about your health, and you go to the ER, you call a doctor, whatever, and then Why not do this? I don't know why Samsung, it's up to Samsung and their PR team, right? Bo, nice to see you again. I'm working the update since the last live stream you had. Excellent. You have 0 issues, and I have noticed the battery overall fluidity. Greetings from Prague. Excellent, Bo. Nice. It's nice to hear something positive about the update, which is great. What do you think about India? I think India is a big country. I've been there once to Pune. So and I visited Infosys. I told you guys this last time. So I can't really say a lot about India because it was more of a business trip and I was there for 4 days. But I love the food. I can tell you that much. When I was there, I probably gained 5 pounds in 3 days. But the food is like, you know, when you live in the UK or you live here, we have a really good Indian places, where you get Indian food and it's original. I don't know which region of India that come from. But when you actually go to India and eat your food there, it's like, you think you had good food here? No, it's like 2 levels up. No. So that's pretty much all I can say, Ravi. What else we got? Gmail and Google Calendar still not here. LTech, nope, it's still not there. I know. You like the dark and the glow green design. Okay, light. So that's a good one. The irregular heartbeat notification will come to the Galaxy Watch 4 or not. Yes, of course it will come. The only issue is the regulation you have in your country. So the FDA equivalent needs to approve that. Go to Samsung's website and you will see the supported countries. Even in Germany, it's still not available for One UI 5. It doesn't matter if you have the Galaxy Watch 4, 5, or 6. It's not available. On the Apple Watch, it is available, but not. So it is, again, it is up to Samsung to deal with the local authorities in order to have that approved, okay? So that's all I can say. But there's a list of countries on Samsung's website you can go on and you can check if your country is on there. In theory, yes, it does do that, but it needs to be approved by the FDA or equivalent. Do all watch faces get uninstalled after the update, even if we don't know? No. They shouldn't get uninstalled in the first place. Some of them may not work properly when you have side-loaded like Pixel watches or the Golf edition I have here. Then you may have to reinstall them. Okay, that's what you have to do. Yeah, are you thinking to make a Discord because it will be better to communicate? Yes, Akash, I'm actually thinking of doing a Discord. So, Keston, same here. So that, yeah, cool, excellent. Dominic, I got the One UI 5 watch update on Galaxy Watch 4 in Croatia. Are you happy with that, Dominic? Let me know. That's very important because we're kind of using this live stream in order to educate each other in terms of what is going on and what is good and what is bad. So I've spoken about the major issues. Oh no, there's one issue I also wrote down. If anybody can confirm or deny, whatever the best wording is for that. So people have reported after the One UI 5 watch update that the sleep tracking is not as good anymore. And to be precise, the deep sleep is not recorded. So let me know if that is the case, which is absolutely bizarre. So I don't have that issue because I'm using the Galaxy Watch 6 to start with when I go to sleep and do the sleep tracking. So I don't have that issue. But if you have a Galaxy Watch 4 or 5 and you install that update, let me know if you have issues with sleep tracking. The issue itself is that you do not have or doesn't record deep sleep anymore. And if you do have that issue, did you find a fix for it? If yes, please share that with us. That'd be pretty cool. Dominic, you happy with that? Excellent. Okay. Now, next, I saw scientific reviews of Galaxy Watch 4 versus Apple Watch, and Apple Watches are still top-notch in accuracy. I think I know which channel that is. He does an excellent job, the quantified scientist, right? I think he does a really good job. He puts so much effort in his videos and stuff in his reviews. Now, but hear me out first. This is, excuse me, this is my personal opinion. Just give me a second. I am into the accuracy, but I see that more as a guidance rather than as a medical device, but that is my personal opinion, right? The reason being is, if you, I don't know, and I'm sure like people who have private insurance, or especially people in the US with the health insurance, they know how much it costs. If you go to a hospital and have something done to you, or check up, or you have a certain machine like an MRI scan, or MRT scan, whatever that's called, that is freaking expensive, because these machines cost a lot of money. So what I'm saying is that sensor in here, we all know where that is made. Number one, we all know it only costs like 10, 15 bucks. And so whilst I agree it should be accurate to a certain standard, I don't see that as unless it's way off, I don't see that as a huge deterrent, if that makes sense. So when I compare the Galaxy Watch 6 with the Apple Watch Ultra, which I also have, they're pretty much in line with the heart rate. So if it shows 150 when I go jogging, it shows 149, 150 here. So that is pretty much the same. So that doesn't mean that both watches are accurate in terms of what my real heart rate is, because I would have to wear a chest strap and all of that. But what I'm trying to say is it is a guidance, right? So a $15 sensor will never be as good as a, I don't know, 500,000 machine, right? I'm just making this up. I'm just getting the point across. That's all. So but that's my personal opinion. As long as it's not off too much, I'm okay with that, because it's a guidance. Okay. Sorry for this long monologue. What else we got? It should just move. Okay. Sleep tracking appears okay. Thank you, Daniel, for confirming. Do you have deep sleep recording? That is important. If you don't have, can you check if you had deep sleep recording from last night or the night before, after you installed One UI 5 watch? Okay, Akil, the same for you. Can you let me know if you have deep sleep recording? Because that's the issue people have. The deep sleep recording is not showing up. The sleep tracking itself is okay, but deep sleep is not showing up. But sometimes okay. What else we got? Martin, okay. Let me see what you said. Updated to One UI 5 yesterday, and now my battery life has gone from 36 hours to 6 hours max. Ouch. Looks like my stock Samsung watch face is using all the juice at 30%. Galaxy Watch for classic Bluetooth. Yeah. Martin, what I said earlier, give it some time. You're not the only one. Not sure if that helps you. Not sure if that's comforting in a way. Sorry, excuse me. But you're not the only one who has that issue. What I did see, if you are new in this live stream, what I did see, I have seen reports that people, when they installed One UI 5 a week ago, they had exactly the same issue as you, Martin, and they said, okay, like 6 hours. I mentioned it actually earlier, 6 hours, and it was like, what is happening here? But what they did is they waited a week, and then after a week or so, it got better. So it got considerably worse first, and then it got much better afterwards. Okay, so what the guy said is actually the battery life after a week and a half is slightly better than pre-update, pre-One UI 5 watch update. So that is essentially good news. But what I also said earlier, Martin, is that if you find yourself still in that position in 1.5 weeks or in 2 weeks time, and it doesn't get better, then go into the Samsung members app, and everybody who has that issue, report it to Samsung. Otherwise, we will never, ever know. Okay? Okay. Oh, sorry, Samsung will never, ever know. No, we will know, but Samsung needs to know. I noticed after the update that the watch can now auto-detect swimming. Very good. It should be the same with cycling, right? Okay. Okay, thank you for confirming, Daniel. That is excellent. Deep sleep still being tracked for me, which is pretty cool. KJ Bollas, I have deep sleep recording on the Watch 4 in the UK. Excellent. That is also good news. Thank you for letting me know. So there are these ones, then isolated incidents, if you like. If that is, yeah, isolated incidents, because it's working for you guys. The battery drain seems to be the biggest issue for everybody, but deep sleep seems to be isolated incidents. Thank you for sharing that with all of us. Altic, I heard the Galaxy Watch 6 takes more time to wake screen when you raise your arm. Does it happen with Galaxy Watch 5 2 after update? I don't know, but I noticed that this is true. If you go to one of my shorts that is called, good question, I do so many shorts, what is it called? Where I have the Apple Watch Ultra, it's like 2 days ago. Oh yeah, please fix this. You will see that I have the same issue with the Galaxy Watch 6 because every time, now it's working, but every time I'm going jogging and I want to see something, I have to do that twice or 3 times sometimes. It is really annoying and it takes longer to do all of that. You're right. Do you think the water resistance longer than 30 minutes? Also, do you recommend Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, Galaxy Watch 6 Classic and screen protector? I'm not sure I understand the question. I'm sorry. Okay, Akil, deep sleep is not showing, so you have that issue too. It's nice to see you. Guide, I don't know if I pronounce it properly. Nice to see you as well. Will there be a Samsung Watch 6 Pro in February, and then will it be competitive with the Apple Watch Ultra? I did make a video about it. It's kind of, I mean, there are indications that could happen, but what is happening now is that the star of the show seems to be the Galaxy Ring. So maybe Samsung is changing course for that. So S24, of course, but then the Galaxy Ring, which is like the ring that also tracks sleep and what have you, but that is in the works. I don't know about the 6 Pro. Will it be a competitor to the Apple Watch Ultra? Well, it depends how you see that. Anything that is Galaxy Watch related will be a competitor or is a competitor to the Apple Watch, whether that be the regular version or the Apple Watch Ultra, because let's face it, the Galaxy Watch is the only watch that can take Apple on in terms of, okay, we are an Android system, Apple has iOS, and Pixel Watch certainly won't do that, right? We know that, although there are some Pixel Watch lovers out there, but it's not big enough to take on Apple, that's for sure. Okay. Yes, the Akash, you're correct. Okay, Jeffrey, what do you say? I sometimes find updates from any software company such as Apple, Samsung, and even Windows have bugs in their final software. It's common in almost every single company. You are completely right, Jeffrey. Mr. Rainbow loves coffee. That's the case with any software, whether that be business related or an end consumer or customer software. It is always the same. They test it and do all of that, but it's always buggy, and they know they will fix it in the next update pretty much. You're completely right. Okay. Regish, for me, the issue with sleep detection is after waking up, the watch is unable to detect that I woke up unless I remove the watch from my wrist. Don't know if this, okay, let me just process that. Okay, waking up, the watch is unable to detect that I woke up. Okay, so you're saying you go to sleep, then you wake up, but it doesn't detect that you wake up unless you remove the watch from your wrist. Okay, that's what I got from that. Okay, well, that's interesting. I don't have that. There's no update in India, One UI 5. I'm assuming you have the LTE version. Why is your t-shirt like those of Apple employees? No, that's a Lacoste t-shirt. That's not the Apple employee. That's a Lacoste t-shirt. I didn't have any other available, so I just put this one on. That's got nothing to do with Apple. That's a French company. They do tennis and stuff. Galaxy Watch 5 Pro or Galaxy Watch 6 Classic and any screen protectors. Okay, I'll see. Okay, you rephrased the question. Okay, so you have to. Here's the thing with the Galaxy Watch Pro 5 Pro and the Classic. They're aimed at 2 different target markets, if you like. The Pro version is more a rugged version for somebody who wants to go skydiving, quote unquote, or go mountain biking, hiking, and so on. Whereby the Classic is like a watch for all occasions, if you like, right? You go somewhere for dinner, you can wear it. You go jogging, you can wear it, and all of that is doable with the Classic. Whereby the Pro version is more the outdoor version, if you like. Okay, so that's the difference. So, and it's difficult to recommend one because I don't know what it is you're looking to do with that mainly, right? If it's just for let's say for checking your notification, just as as an extension of your phone, or you really want to do hardcore mountain biking, then all of that makes a huge difference. Okay, so that's why it's difficult to answer. In terms of screen protectors, I don't use any. I just use it as it is. Battery backup is a little down after the update. Yeah, we're still waiting stable version in US. Caesar, I'm assuming you have the LTE version. Okay, my Galaxy Watch 6 Classic doesn't have noise detection. I had it on my Apple Watch. Am I missing? No, I don't think that it has. The Apple Watch has the noise detection. You get a notification. Still waiting for the update on my watch for Wi-Fi St. Lucia. Ooh, St. Lucia, I've been there once, Bradley. That was interesting. That was a nice trip. St. Lucia, yeah, that's, I don't know. You're one of the last ones to get it. Sorry to hear that, but yeah, you don't have it yet. Sorry. Just say so Galaxy Watch 5 Pro or Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, business and sport tracker, then I would go for the Classic, okay? Because of the rotating bezel, you also have a bigger size. You have I have the biggest one available here, the rotating bezel. I personally do not find the digital rotating bezel as lucrative is the wrong wording, as it's easy to use, but it's not as good as a physical rotating bezel. So that is basically one of the killer features really for the Classic version. So I would go with the Classic version. That is my answer. Okay. Asif, I don't know. I tried to explain that earlier, what happened to the LTE versions. So yeah, the LTE version always comes last. I'm gonna do a separate video, so you guys, I'm gonna explain it on a whiteboard or something, and then you can see how this all works, how the cookie crumbles, as people say in the UK. I did watch the Apple event yesterday. It was kind of, I don't know, I want to say underwhelming. I'm not bashing the competition whatsoever, but the event could have been done probably in half an hour. I don't know. I found the environmental stuff too time consuming, carbon emission free. We know everybody's working on that, and I know that's important to do all of that. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm saying that spending 10 minutes on a new processor and how fast it is, or 15 minutes, is also not really, I don't find it that interesting it is interesting to see, but it could have been done in 2 minutes. And the environmental stuff, it just took up too much time. It was nice to see how Tim Cook was trying to act and with Mother Nature and stuff. There was a different take. But when I actually saw this, when I saw, and this is true, when I started watching it, when I saw Tim Cook, how he tried to, when it started, how he tried to deliver and really pronounce every syllable and outgoing and doing his hands. And I'm thinking, going back to Steve Jobs, how he has done that. There's no comparison. He's just he presented something and everybody was like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. Whereby now it's all staged, have to have the best pictures, marketing here and this. Whereby Steve he came on stage and just presented and had this charisma, whatever you want to call it, and just done it, right? So that's my personal opinion. Sorry for getting on so long about the Apple event, but I wanted to make sure you understand where I'm coming from. Classic is the only one to buy, correct? That's the way I see it. Any issue when wearing glove with the watch? No, that's why you have the rotating bezel. Number one, you have the rotating bezel, and number two, you have an option for touch sensitivity that you can enable, especially for that option, or especially for when you wear gloves. That is designed for that. Okay, you have this on every Galaxy Watch in the settings. So you have, number one, for the Classic, you have the rotating bezel. Number two, you have a touch sensitivity option for when you wear gloves. So let me just drink some sparkling water here. Okay, let me see what else we got. Bradley, yes, it was underwhelming. Thank you. Jeffrey, for me, battery life is more important than the rotating bezel. That's why I find it. Okay, well, that's fair enough. That's why I said different people have different perspectives and different needs. That's important. It always depends on what you do with it. Battery life is important. Absolutely. Okay. Titanium iPhone was the only thing I liked. Yes, okay. It's lighter now. And then lighter, faster. What will be interesting to see, the only thing that really interests me on iPhones or with iPhones is the cameras. That's the only thing. The reason why I say that, of course, battery life has to be good, but the reason why I say that the camera is really the only thing that is super important to me when I buy a smartphone. Because when I go out and do some shorts or I do some TikTok videos or whatever, I want to make sure that everything is running smoothly. It doesn't necessarily have to be like 8K, like stuff what Samsung does, because it's not really 8K, but it has to have a certain quality that is good enough to post it, that everybody is okay with it. And it has to be easy to use, and there have to be some options that are doable, and that's the only thing that will interest me on the iPhone 15. In terms of titanium, yeah, I think it's cool, but that wouldn't make me switch. Definitely not. Jeffrey, I do travel a lot. That's why the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro is better for me. Okay, I understand that. But carbon neutral is the new marketing for Apple. Yeah, that's what it seemed like yesterday. That was all about carbon neutral. Somebody's probably going to do a song out of this. Please tell me, Galaxy Buds 2 is good or bad? I don't have them. The Galaxy Buds 2, I use the Google Pixel Buds for some reason. Don't ask me why. So I don't use the Galaxy Buds 2. I use the Pixel Buds. Anybody else has any questions? We come in close to the end. Have you got any issues with your Galaxy Watch? Let me know. Let me know after the One UI 5 update. I'm going to leave it open a bit more longer so people can post stuff. So we established number one is the battery drain. That is obviously number one. The Google Play services is still taking up too much juice for not just the Galaxy Watch 6, but also 4 and 5 after the One UI 5 update. Number two is when you have, when you have watch faces that are disappearing, like Pixel watch faces after the update, make sure you reinstall them via ADB debugging, take them off and then reinstall them. That should do the trick, that should work. Number three is we established that deep sleep tracking is available for some and for some not. That's another bug that Samsung needs to fix. Samsung LC says Samsung needs more bands. Okay, well, there are probably enough third-party companies that are willing and happy to do these bands. Okay. What would be your expectations from the next Galaxy Watch? That's a very good question. I like that. Now next. Number one, first and foremost, fix all issues to the best of your ability. Number two is battery life. Do something about that battery life. Number three is stop the fragmentation of the updates, and that is not necessarily for the Galaxy Watch 7. That is something in general. In terms of features, what I would like to see is obviously like the blood sugar. That would be pretty cool. I know there are limitations to what you can do with a smartwatch, but battery life, storage, fix all the issues that needs to be fixed, make it more sleek. What you have to bear in mind, like when you watch these, and Apple is good at marketing, right? They're masters at marketing. But when you watch these things, like yesterday, they have like the roadside assistance and all of that. That will only be available in the US, right? Or maybe another country in a year's time, but it will never come to St. Lucia, for example. It will never come to, I don't know, probably not to Tel Aviv or Israel. Or I'm just coming out with these countries because whilst they have all these features available, you see Samsung doesn't even have the irregular heart rate notification yet available in Germany, which is a big country, right? This is like, we've got 81 million people living here, and that is not available. How can that be? ECG and blood pressure, US, right? How can that be? Like, this is like, I don't know, how is it like 350 million people living there? How is this possible? So my take on that, if I would be working for Samsung, rather than come out with features that can never be delivered, come out with something that can be delivered and isn't necessarily the next hype, because it's only fake hype if nobody can get it, but it's so solid that people will eventually come around and say, you know what, I've seen reports that really correlate, that really say what Samsung is doing here, like whether they come out with a claim that say we have the best battery life ever now on the Galaxy Watch because we found a way to optimize One UI 5 to a level that nobody else has, then you don't need to do anything, because then people will say, you know what, I'm going to buy one. So that was my long answer. Sorry. Still many don't. Kanida, where are you? Let me know where you are. One UI 5 update. Poland Galaxy Watch 4 got update to One UI 5 yesterday. Excellent. Korish, thank you for sharing. Mr. Fanon, I keep getting voicemail notification on my Watch 6 after I check it. Voicemail notification, is it WhatsApp or is it your regular phone? I don't know. Bradley, yes, every country has their own regulations, so it may get approved in the US but not in Germany. That's correct. You guys have it already. Whereby, which is really bizarre, because Apple Watch has that here. So we know it's doable. It really depends on Samsung and how fast they want to be. Hi, Shlomi, Israel. We've got Mr. Rainbow Loves Coffee from Tel Aviv. So nice to see you guys. I never tried blood sugar before. I did try cleaning up that night. That's okay. You can have we can have some fun. Shlomi, do you have the LTE version? Let me know, because if you have no update yet, let me know which watch you have in LTE. Stevie, yes, US no update. Carrier, T-Mobile, same story with the LTE version. Always the same story with the LTE version. It's always coming last. Yes, okay. It will come last with the LTE version. Okay. So, guys, it was a pleasure to see you again. I like this format because then we can talk better and we can share all the stuff. Bulgaria just got the One UI 5 update in Bulgaria Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. Excellent. Thank you for sharing that. That is pretty cool. Let me know, Valerie, if you have any issues with One UI 5 then, because we just discussed a few issues that came from after the update and what people experience with that. So let me know what's happening. You know where to find me. DM me or let me know in the comment section somewhere in any of the videos. I will do a Discord. You know what, Akash, I'm going to do a Discord maybe today or tomorrow, and then I'll post that in the community section, the community community post. So it's the community post on YouTube is a bit of a, I don't know, not everybody gets to see them. So you have to go on the channel and then go to the community post, but I'm going to post it there, and then you guys have the Discord thingy available, okay? Stephanie, I love the live. Thank you so much. Thank you well. I bet you are impressed with my Dutch. I bet you are impressed with my Dutch. Thank you well. That's pretty much all I can say. Goedemiddag and dank u wel. That's it. But I'm glad you like it, so that's pretty cool, because not everybody likes live. But I think it's a nice format, to be fair, because we can talk to each other. You can share all the stuff. Sandeep, thank you. Well, thank you for being here. In India, Samsung Pay. Yes, Sumit got the update on the Watch 4 in India. Samsung Pay come also. Eves, thank you for being here. Good to see you. Nice to be here. So I'm going to leave it open for a couple more minutes. If you guys have something, we can just hang out. I have some more sparkling water. And then namaste, Akash. Excellent. Wait. Namaste. Is that how we do it? You can't really show me, can you, though? So, but I'm going to do Discord, okay? I'm going to do that just for you, Akash. And then we're going to, you can be moderator if you want, by the way. Just let me know if you want to. Galaxy Watch bands you recommend. I have this one here. Oh, I've seen reports that they fall off. I never had that issue. Here, I have this one. I like the contrast, so you can't really see it because there's a webcam here. I like the contrast because I have the black version of the Galaxy Watch Classic, 6 Classic, and then I have this, I can't even remember what it's called, but it's like this hybrid. I think it's the hybrid one. So I like a bit of a contrast, and I think this is one of my favorite combination here. Sandeep, yes, I hope. You see, this is what I'm doing. What I'm trying to do differently, and I explained that. What are you drinking? Okay. Sparkling water. Yeah. Sparkling water. It's not vodka, although I could fill it in that bottle, but it's not. It's not. It's only sparkling water I'm drinking. Okay. Yes. So I hope more and more tech specialists take such an initiative. Yeah, I want to be different, and I answered that in my last stream. I want to take that to a different level, and that's why I want to do more lives like that, because, and we can have different topics. It doesn't have to be the Galaxy Watch. It can be can extend to different Samsung products or Samsung news. And the reason why I said is because I got, excuse me, at one point, I just got fed up of all these 8K production videos, and then I had people commenting in my section, oh, your production value went down, and I'm thinking to myself, who cares? Because what I'm trying to do is to give you information that will help you to use your Galaxy Watch in that instance, and I don't care if that's an 8K, 4K, or if I shoot that with my Galaxy Z Fold 4, because all it matters is that you got the information and you got something out of this video. And that's the change I want to do, and that's the approach I want to take moving forward. So, of course, I will still have decent production value, but it's not going to be a 100,000, which I can't afford anyway, put a Hollywood camera. Discord, yes, I will do that. Be more than happy. Okay, cool, Akash, let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to close up in 3 minutes, okay? We'll do exactly an hour. Let me know. Okay. Yes, we'll do, Akash, no problem. Let me just, so it's not vodka, it's Pellegrino. I got it this morning from the gas station, which is just across the road. If you go on my Instagram story, if you go on my Instagram account, you can see the gas station where I got the water from, because I took a picture of it last night and I got an ice cream as well. So, Bo, have you been to Slovenia? No, I have not. No, I have not. Aussie Key, no problem. You're welcome. Have your band ever fall off? No, Bradley. That's what I said. My band has never been falling off. I take that the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic for jogging. I switch actually. Sometimes I take 2 watches. I take the Ultra on this side, and I take the Galaxy Watch 6 Classic, because I wanna keep comparing them. I wanna see if something is different, if something is changing. So I'm kind of switching all the time. But no, that was a long answer. The short answer is no. I had never anything falling off. So I'm okay with the band and the watch itself. Okay. It's not. No, it's not vodka. Why? Can you tell? Can you tell? Am I more loose now? Am I talking stuff that I shouldn't say? I guess you can tell. That's my favorite sparkling water. It's actually good, although that's beside our topic here. I've seen when they tested that water that was like an average water, but I like this the best as well, Jeffrey. So that's cool. DRX, Sandeep. I miss being in Germany. Sandeep, let me know where you have been to in Germany. I live in Munich. I was born and bred in Berlin and moved away when I was, I want to say 20-ish. And then I moved to, I used to spend some time in Canada, in BC, in Vancouver. And then I spent some time, after that, I used to live in the UK for 10 years. Newcastle upon Tyne, then down in Shenley, South London. So then I came back to Munich, but I've never gone back to Berlin. But I grew up in Berlin, was born and bred there, and which was pretty cool, crazy town. But I am now in Munich, which I love. So Sandeep, where are you? Let me know which part of Germany you like. Aussie is not, no, it's not vodka. I swear it's not vodka. Unless you know something I don't know. Samsung Pay not work in India. No, it is. I have seen reports that it is working. Vijay, I don't know. I'm really sorry if I can't pronounce your name properly. It is working for some people. Restart your watch. That number one, restart your watch. And then I had somebody saying earlier that you have to install Samsung Pay on your phone rather than your watch, and that solved the issue for that. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry. For the person who's also based in India, by the way. Okay. Okay, Bo2 says you're having good battery life after the 1E5 update, which is great. Hope the vodka dries off later. Well, I hope so too, because I can't have a hangover. I want to go jogging later. So I hope that the vodka is going to go out of my system. Sandeep, I have been to Berlin. Yes, Frankfurt every year. Okay, so which one do you like better, Berlin or Frankfurt? I know which one I like better because I was born and bred in Berlin, so that's an easy question to answer. Yes, thank you, Akash. Very much appreciated. Mr. Junkie, Google Assistant works great. Bixby works fine too. Thank you. I have been bored. Okay, so let me see where you have been to. You have been to many parts of Germany. Düsseldorf and Köln have to be my favorites. So Düsseldorf and Köln, they have oh no, it's Dortmund and Köln, isn't it? No, Düsseldorf and Köln, there is a bit of a rivalry going on, rival towns. But yeah, I think I like Düsseldorf better than Köln, Cologne, because I think Cologne is nice, but I think Düsseldorf is more international. So I like more international towns, but that's just personal opinion, right? Modua, I have the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic LTE version. I still haven't received the update. Regular versions have already received it. Modua, I'm sorry to tell you that the LTE version always comes last. You pay the most, but you come last with the update. I'm very sorry to tell you that, okay? And I explained why earlier. I'm sorry, my vodka is coming up. It's not, it's sparkling water, I swear. It's sparkling water. Okay, what else? Nuremberg, I like Nuremberg. It's not far from here, 2 hours from here. It's nice. Java Dual, you don't have any update in Bangladesh. Do you have the regular version or the Bluetooth version? Let me know, please. Sorry. You see, I'm having too much vodka. Do you have the LTE version or the regular version? Let me know, please. Okay, I'm going to close up soon. I have been to Frankfurt as well, but I have been kind of disappointed with the city. There's not much to see and it's really dirty. So yeah, I don't know if we have somebody here. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Niels, are you from Frankfurt? Somebody was from Frankfurt the other day. I agree with Frankfurt. Frankfurt is not one of my favorite towns either. The only thing that Frankfurt has that no other German city has, and that's a skyline, right? Because of the buildings, of the high-rise buildings you have in Frankfurt. So when you come in by train at night, sometimes you can see the lights, obviously not as extensive as New York City, but you can see the lights in Frankfurt. This is the only town in Germany that has a skyline in terms of, so I like that. And there are regulations in other towns, like in Munich, for example, there's regulations here that you cannot build any buildings higher than a certain height. And the reason being is they want to preserve the history of the town. And that's why you do not see high rises in Germany, especially in Munich, because that's kind of a, they want to protect that town and the area and the history as much as possible. So I know that has nothing to do with the Galaxy Watch, but just to give you some background about Germany. Java Dual, yes, Galaxy Watch 4 LTE will come last. Same story as everywhere. I have been nearby to Rüdesheim and it was really beautiful. Definitely worth a visit. Thank you for sharing that, Bob. Sir, S21 FE Exynos or S888, I don't know, maybe somebody else can answer that. Yes, Skyline ruins the living of native citizens. Yes, I agree. So I like that for Munich here, that they basically don't allow that. There are some buildings, but you have to have special permissions, but most of them are being denied. So that's pretty cool. Okay. Anybody else? Any questions about anything? Live? I don't know. Sparkling water, vodka, Galaxy watches, Germany. Let me know, because I'm gonna close up in a second. Okay, Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, Morocco, still no Wear OS 4 update. Are you having Monsoor? Are you having the LTE version? I'm guessing you have the LTE version. Sandeep, yeah. Bangladesh, Dhaka. Cool. Gafur, sorry. Nice to see you. Welcome to this live stream, which is almost finished, by the way. Unless you no Bluetooth version. Okay. Bangladesh, then you guys are okay. So we have identified 2 areas today, which is St. Lucia and Bangladesh, that do not have the update yet for the regular version. Okay. Akash, when is the next time visiting India? I don't know. I only been there once. I don't know, Akash. It's a long trip. I wouldn't know. I have no plans. To visit India. When I went there, it was a business trip. So I went. I told you guys this last time. I've gone to Infosys, which was very impressive. They had this big campus and these golf carts, and you have to be like, because there was so many people and so many buildings, and that was just one campus of many that I have in this country, right? Which is crazy. Ram, nice to see you. I'm here. I'm also here, as you can tell. So let me guys know if you have any more questions, because I'm gonna close up otherwise. Okay. Cheers. No vodka. I swear. Sparkling water. Alistair, hey, nice to see you from down under. I've never gone to Australia yet, by the way. So it's something I want to do still. It's a beautiful country from what I can see. So, and here. Okay, Doodle, universal gesture and accessibility interaction for settings. This feature are game-changing gesture controls. Yeah, I tried to use it. I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. I'm not. I'm keep going back to the old-fashioned physical rotating bezel, pushing buttons. You know, Doodle, when you are at a certain age, it's hard to switch, right? So, and I'm very honest here. When you have all these new things available, your brain is hardwired in a way that when you go up with a physical light switch, that you will always try to switch it on and off. You have all these touch screens and swiping and stuff. You will always appreciate a real button you can push and switch on and off. It's just the way it's wired in your brain, basically. But let me know, Doodle, how you use it for. What do you use it for? The universal gestures. I've seen Apple yesterday that you can basically do this and take a call and all of that. But let me know how you are basically utilizing that for your Galaxy Watch. That would be really cool to know. Can I get the update by using VPN and router? I don't think so. You could change. I'm not sure it works anymore, but you could change your country code, which means you cannot go back on that. That's a bit of a bummer. Once you change your country code to a country on your Galaxy Watch that has the update available, you cannot go back. Jeffrey, bye. Nice to see you. No problem. And thank you so much for your donation. That is very, very much appreciated. All the best to Tel Aviv. Still haven't got the update for the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. Nope. For me, the most important thing is the fast processor, and the ecosystem is more and more consistent. That's a good point. Yeah. I mean, that's where Apple shines, right? The ecosystem, in terms of once you're in, you're in. Let's say you are having all Apple devices, and they make it so easy to share stuff in between them, because it's all controlled by them now, including the processor in a MacBook. Every single item is optimized for each other. So when you do like an AirDrop, when you do all of that, there is no issues with anything ever. And that's the that's the problem sometimes with Samsung. When you look at One UI 5, for example, you have the Wear OS also that has to work all in combination. And then on a Galaxy Book, you have Windows, and then they have their own skin on top. They have their own usability and so on. And just too many cooks spoil the broth, right? That's what it's called. I got what else? Akash, seems like we got sponsors from Sparkling Water. No. It's just that's the only one they had available this morning in the gas station. Sorry. So that's but I like this too. So it worked out. It killed two birds with one stone. I like the Sparkling Water. Modua, thanks Ton for the swift reply. No problem. Okay. So I'm going to close up. It was lovely to see you again today. I hope it was a bit helpful, and it was nice hanging out with you. So if you guys like that, we can do this more often. If not, let me know. Ram, I'm not good at English, but I really like how you explain about new tech, and I try to understand what you're saying. I'm not good at English either, so maybe that's the communication issue you and I have. I'm trying my best to explain. I'm trying to best to pronounce everything possible as good as I can in my second language. But I'm glad you are here, and I'm glad you're trying to understand me, which is highly appreciated. Well, for me, it's fine. I used for about 5 hours today, and I was left with 88% with always on Wi-Fi and GPS. I got the update about 2 days ago in Greece. Okay, cool, excellent, nice. So we do have some good reports for that, which is absolutely great. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. It was lovely to see you. Your pronunciation is perfect. Thank you. Unless you guys still have something, I'm gonna stick around. Right? Why not? Thank you, Ro. So this is the last of the Sparkling Water. Cheers. It's not vodka. Anybody else? Anything? I always watch your presentation regularly and enjoy it thoroughly. Thank you so much. That is pretty cool. Ro, you didn't get the updates. You're talking about the One UI 5 watch update, I'm assuming, or you're talking about one update and then there's a smaller one afterwards. Boar, thank you so much. I'm trying my best. 10 years in the UK really helped me. I was 10 years working in the UK as well in complete English environment, so that has helped me as well. My ex-wife is from the UK. We spent 20 years together. So that also has helped me to stay on top with my English as much as I can. There is obviously a limitation to that, but I'm trying my best. Oh, okay, the smaller one afterwards, I didn't get that either. Maybe it is only for certain versions or certain certain Galaxy Watch versions that they get that. I did not receive that either, okay? So anybody else? Anything? I'm happy to answer any questions that I can answer, obviously. So it's maybe for the the LTE models didn't get it yet. That's the whole point, isn't it? Craig Breaks, of course you can get a shout out. Craig, where are you from? Let me know. Let me know where are you from? Which country are you from? What Galaxy Watch do you have? Ohio. Nice. So the US. Craig from Ohio. Nice to see you. The US. Will you cover the One UI 6 update for Galaxy phones? Yeah, I have the Z Fold 4, so I'm gonna see if I can get that. Okay. So guys, you guys dropping off. I'm gonna go. It was nice to see you again, and I'll see you next time. It was a pleasure. Okay. Thank you so much, and peace. Always peace, and be safe.